They said micro SUVs were just a passing fad built for people who couldn't handle a real parking spot. But the brand new 2026 Suzuki Ignis is about to completely obliterate that myth by proving that maximum attitude can actually come in the smallest possible package. While legacy automakers are busy pumping out bloated, overpriced electric crossovers that require a second mortgage just to charge, Suzuki has gone completely rogue, sharpening the armor on their cult favorite urban warrior and delivering a machine that punches way above its featherlight weight class. This isn't just a routine cosmetic refresh. It is a calculated assault on boring city commuting, boasting a redesigned front fascia, razor-sharp LED lighting, and a cheeky stance that makes traditional hatchbacks look completely obsolete. But beneath that ultra-compact, high-riding body lies a controversial engineering choice and a surprisingly shocking price tag that dealerships are desperately trying to keep quiet. If you think you know everything about lightweight hybrid city cars, you are entirely unprepared for what this pocket-sized bruiser can actually do on the tarmac, especially when you look at its fuel-sipping efficiency. Stick around, because by the time we break down every single millimeter of this machine, we need to talk for a brief second about how much you appreciate us digging up these underground automotive gems. So go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button right now, because tucked away at the very end of this video, we are exposing the single biggest structural flaw that Suzuki refuses to print on the official spec sheet, and it completely changes whether or not you should actually spend your hard-earned money on one. To understand why the automotive community is losing its collective mind over the 2026 model, you have to look at how it defies every current industry trend. While everyone else is bloating their chassis past the 4-meter mark, the Ignis proudly maintains its tight, unapologetic footprint, stretching just 3,700 millimeters from bumper to bumper, making tight alleys and impossible parallel spots look like an absolute joke. The exterior styling has matured just enough to lose the awkwardness of past generations without sacrificing the quirky, boxy charm that earned it a cult following. You get chunkier body moldings, an aggressive grille insert, and an elevated ground clearance of 180 millimeters that gives you genuine confidence when mounting urban curbs or tackling rough back roads where normal hatchbacks would scrape their oil pans clean off. Step inside the cabin, and the transformation is genuinely staggering for a vehicle in this price bracket. Suzuki replaced the archaic, sluggish infotainment systems of the past with a crisp, high-mounted touchscreen interface that handles wireless smartphone integration without missing a beat, while the minimalist dashboard textures, surprisingly spacious rear legroom, and sliding 60/40 split seats prove that smart packaging will always beat out unnecessary physical size. Powering this micro machine is a refined 1.2-liter 4-cylinder dual-jet engine paired with clever mild hybrid technology, pumping out roughly 83 to 89 horsepower and driving a curb weight that barely clears 850 kilograms. That featherlight construction means you don't need a massive turbocharged monster under the hood to feel quick off the line. The throttle response is dart-like, agile, and endlessly fun darting through downtown traffic. Plus, with fuel economy figures easily hovering past 50 miles per gallon, your wallet is going to thank you every single time you roll past a fuel station. Yet, as you navigate through tight urban spaces and start pushing this little hatchback toward its absolute limits, you begin to notice how the suspension geometry reacts to sharper mid-corner bumps, creating a bouncy ride quality that reminds you just how short that wheelbase really is. Furthermore, when you transition from city streets onto high-speed multi-lane freeways, the cabin environment changes dramatically, introducing noticeable wind rush around the upright A-pillars and a high-pitched engine drone under hard acceleration that forces you to raise your voice just to speak to your front passenger. It is precisely at these higher velocities where the lightweight construction stops being an absolute superpower and starts translating into a nervy crosswind sensitivity, requiring constant micro-corrections through the steering wheel to keep the car tracking straight. When you weigh these open-road compromises against its undisputed dominance in crowded city centers, tight apartment complexes, and narrow suburban driveways. The Ignis reveals itself to be a deeply specialized tool rather than a jack-of-all-trades cruiser, leaving prospective buyers with a fascinating dilemma about whether daily downtown convenience outweighs weekend highway comfort.